Hello, I know it has been a little bit of a while since I have uploaded a recording on this channel. Today I want to talk about dealing with the hurt and the pain and how people are still in darkness and why people and how to deal with the hunger for life and why you have so many people that are trying to really get out of their home because they want to go back to normalcy, and that is not going to happen very quickly unless everyone really start listening and following protection for health for their self so that they don't spread it to others, and they need to make sure that they are protecting their self and protecting the people that are around them. And so I want to talk about um, sending my prayers and my condolences to people who have lost their loved ones dealing with COVID-19. It has been very difficult for a lot of people who haven't had the ability to bury their loved ones and to care for them and to say goodbye to them, and people who are getting married who are unable to have their grandparents to come to the wedding, and people who are unable to have a proper funeral or a proper burial because of what is going on, not only with the COVID, but everything that is happening in the world in general, with protesting, because here in the United States, it's not the only state that's protesting different things. Other states are protesting other things, and then COVID is getting more high rise and rampant in different states and different countries. And so I just wanted to touch on that a little bit today. I also wanted to touch on how some people are still in darkness, how people are still not really paying attention to what is going on in the world. There are some people who are Christians who are very blind and caught up in politics a little bit too much, but not just politics, but just caught up in a lot of things in general that they should not be caught up in. And so they are actually in darkness. And I know that, for example, for myself, because I was in darkness myself and not really seeing what was going on. And I'm going to touch on that, how it's so easy to become confused about what you have already studied in the Word when you're filtered and focused on what's going on in the world, and you become lost in darkness again without really realizing that you are. And then I want to talk about how some people are having such a difficult time dealing with the shut in, the lock in, because they want everything to go back to being normal very, very fast for them. But this is not going to happen unless people, not just in where I live at in the United States, but in the whole entire world, really start working together to really seal this. And so you have other countries that are doing their part, and people getting better and not getting sick. And then you have, other countries that are having the same issues as we are either higher in death toll from COVID. So what I want to talk about first, dealing with hurt and pain. I think people have to realize why a lot of people are very, very angry. They haven't had a chance to really bury their loved ones. And when this COVID started, the rioting for George Floyd hadn't really started because of him being actually killed by the police. And so that rioting hadn't really started. So people were already very angry about what was happening, with them being told you can't go out, you can't leave, you cannot leave your home, you must stay in your home, you can't go to the grocery store, you can't go to the laundromat and wash clothes, you can't take your kids to school, your kids have to stay at home. And then you have people who are also dealing with, they are regular full-time workers, and that's how they provide for their family to take care of their kids and take care of their expenses and take care of their bills. And the person they were married to, or their siblings who they were sharing a home with, or a family member as a unit in a place working together to care for each other. Some of those family members have passed away dealing with COVID, or dealing with the situation with the riot, because some people died during the riot, or some people are in jail from being out there rioting. And then they have loved ones that they're unable to see while they're incarcerated. So those ones that normally come and visit them and make sure they're taken care of, or make sure they receive the things that they need, or just they're unable to see their children. So you have to think about people who are incarcerated as well, people who are homeless, who don't have anywhere to go. Are the facilities still open for them to go in there, or are the facilities closed that they can't go in there and actually get like a proper meal or proper place to rest? And the homeless that are on the street that are dealing with it and have passed away from it. And so then we have to also think about, there's some people that want to actually have like this blind eye that this virus actually really exists. They have this theory that it's a conspiracy theory, or we should be able to go out and do what we want. And I have like certain family members and friends who really actually truly go out there and brag about not putting on a mask, or, I'm tired of being at home, I need to go somewhere. This is not something that you need to play around with. It is very serious. Your health is very important. And Father in heaven doesn't want you to be out there putting your life in jeopardy. Your main thing is for you to be doing the work that your Heavenly Father have planned for you to do. And if you're making a choice and not doing the work that God has had planned for you to do, and you're thinking things in a worldly way meaning that you're going to do exactly what you see on social media, where people are hopping online and deciding that they're not going to wear a mask and brag about, oh, I didn't wear a mask. And then you have to think about people who were just doing their job to work with the company that they are with and telling people to put on a mask, and then people that are coming in throwing stuff at them or being angry. Now, one thing I want to touch on the next recording after this one is, you have to pay attention to, there's a lot of demonic activity going on, and it's at an increased high level. So at the next recording that I do, I'm going to touch on that, because I see it more and more. And because I've already dealt with demonic activity and attack on me, and trying to attack my son, and trying to attack my other family members and stuff like that, I recognize it and see what it is and for what it is. And I want to touch on Christians who are under demonic influence and don't know that they are. So I just want you to have a wonderful and blessed day, and don't allow what's happening in the world to get to you. Bye-bye.